I love you people. Now let's do something famous. Rodan, or Giant Monster of the Sky Rodan, or Flying Monster Rodan, or Radon as it is in Japan, is Toho's third giant monster movie, first not to beat Godzilla, and first in color. We begin with a bunch of miners near the volcanoes of Japan. Shigeru is our main human. He's the safety inspector at the mine. But then it starts flooding, and miners keep appearing unalive. And it's all because of dragonfly larvae. Not Rodan, these are Meganolan. These dragonfly larvae are actually based off of them, the movie with the giant ants, which also inspired Aliens. But then there's a cave-in. Shigeru survives, but he has movie amnesia. Meanwhile, a plane is attacked by something in the air. Which leads into me talking about the inspiration for this movie, which is really weird. Thomas Mantell Jr. is a pilot who died looking for UFOs. Some people at Toho thought that was really interesting and made this movie based off of it. And just as I'm explaining this, Shigeru remembers. He found a giant egg, which hatched into a giant red pterodactyl, which ate the Meganolan. But don't worry, we'll see the Meganolan again, 44 years later. And then the scientist guy explains what's going on, is that nuclear testing caused the flooding and the radiation in the water warmed up the egg to hatch. Which I guess is why it's radon, he's radioactive. You know, radon's not the same thing as whatever. The military finds Rodan's nest near a volcano and blows it up. But Rodan survives, and plot twist, he has a mate! And Toho brings out the toys and starts smashing them. Rodan's so big, the wind caused by him flying just knocks things over. The military sent in. It doesn't work. Pandemonium. And yes, Rodan is a guy in a rubber suit standing on metal boxes. Keep that in mind when the actor almost drowns, falling face first into water and getting the suit waterlogged. So after the two lovebirds are done destroying the city, they take flight and go nest. And then the military shoots bottle rockets at them. And it actually works, as it blows up the volcano, which causes it to erupt, which one of them gets caught in the smoke and starts choking. The other one stays behind to protect its mate, which is honestly pretty sad. And to do the lava effects, that is melting iron, and one of the puppets' strings did snap and fell into it. And like most Toho films of this time, it did get an English dub. The English dub was made a year later, and it had a lot of white people stock footage and actually had real Japanese-American George Takei dubbing. Oh my. And like most bad dubs, it has overlong dialogue and endless explanation about everything. But if you're only watching the Japanese version, it's a great film. Rodan being a flying creature was very unique for its time. The effects are classic, I like the monsters, and overall, I just had a really fun time watching. Plus, Rodan will become a very reoccurring frenemy of Godzilla, so this film is kind of essential. Out of 10, 7.